Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Ravens coming in at 7-4, going up against the Browns, who come in at 9-2.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. This is Murray. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll try the right side with Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And the play clock's running down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw here. That's Njoku over the middle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. His throw caught at about the 5. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see the kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Murray. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Off the play fake. Parsons. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Darren Waller 77 yards. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some room at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Tenth carry of the game now. Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And his throw here's incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. It's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Off play action. Parsons. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a give, left side. This is Murray. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a give. This is Murray. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run the counter with Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. The swing pass caught, and they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Off the play fake. Parsons. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Off play action. Parsons. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
A final shot before break. Parsons on the run. He'll let this go deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now the backup Savage. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a play fake, and it's Savage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play fake. Now Savage throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Off of play action, Savage. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's Murray running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Time running out here on the play clock. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Murray with a nice move. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. A toss to Murray. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Latavius Murray, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. A handoff. It's Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going with a screen for Murray. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Well, this is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Got him in. It's Breshad Perriman. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. 23 yards on the play.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
On 1st and 10, Parsons. That's caught out left by Perriman. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. A very solid gain of 27. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to throw. Parsons. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Now a toss running left. Here's Murray. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, good move. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's Savage now on second. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Savage on third. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a
rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Red zone opportunity. They go back to Murray on first down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Off the play fake. Parsons under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Parsons, he's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Back to throw. Parsons fights him off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deone Bucannon. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Cleveland, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.